You looked for home in faces that never stayed, in places that never felt quite right. You searched the world over, carrying a map to a place that was always just out of reach. You became fluent in "I'm fine," expert in changing the subject, master of the polite smile that never quite reached your eyes. You perfected the art of disappearing behind the performance. You mistook the absence of conflict for belonging, believed that smoothing over every rough edge meant you were loved. But love without truth is just polite company. You normalized the ache of being unseen, believed this was just how connection worked, that your authenticity was optional, that your true self was too much to be held. You equated vulnerability with weakness, believed that being strong meant never needing. So you armored up, even when you were alone, even when your heart was breaking. But what if home isn't a place you find? What if it's a feeling you cultivate, a space you create, by finally choosing to rest in yourself? You fear the silence that might follow if you stop searching. You fear being truly still might mean being empty. That underneath, being alone with yourself means you're unlovable. You've worn the label of lonely like a scarlet letter, not realizing it was also a chain that kept you tethered to the idea that belonging meant finding someone else. You've learned that being needy meant being burdensome. So you numbed, you distanced, you buried the feelings so deep, you forgot they were yours to feel and honor. The truth is, the searching itself is the exhaustion, the performing, the numbing, the constant management of how much of you is acceptable. You've been told to keep looking, to not settle. But what if settling into yourself is what's keeping you from being truly found? You've spent so long looking for home in everyone else's house, you've almost forgotten what it feels like to just be, to exist in your own space, without needing to manage the image of your belonging. What if letting go of the search isn't failure? What if it's the bravest act of self-respect you can offer? What if it's the first step towards becoming your own sanctuary? You are not too much. You are not broken. You are human. And being human means having needs, having feelings, having a right to exist and take up space as yourself. Real peace, real belonging isn't built on your performance for others. It's built on your presence, exactly as you are, messy, complex, and whole. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it, making peace with the part of you who learned to search, and giving her permission to rest, to grow, to be home. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You are allowed to be home. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you that home was somewhere else. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't have to search anymore. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be perfect. You can start right where you are, honoring the part of you that's been waiting to settle. Start listening again. To your body. To your boundaries. To that small voice that whispers, "This doesn't feel right." It's time to stop normalizing what harms you and start honoring what makes you feel fully alive. You are worthy of love exactly as you are, not for the act you put on, but for the beating heart beneath it. Not for your performance, but for your presence. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about rewriting the story. Not to forget the pain of searching, but to understand its role and reclaim your power to be home. The echo you carried was never yours alone to bear. It was a natural response to seeking, placed upon you by life's turns, and now, it's time to lay it down. You are not broken. You are human. You are complex. You are worthy of love, support, and gentle healing. exactly as you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quietest. For a gentle guide to help you identify, understand, and begin to heal these hidden parts of yourself, explore the link in the description.